Hey guys, welcome to another Lunchtime review. Today I'm going to try one of these new, don't know how new it is, but it says new, Hungry Man combos. This one is the fried chicken and Salisbury steak. The fried chicken is a boneless fried white meat chicken patty over pasta and cheese sauce. Okay, so macaroni and cheese. And the Salisbury steak is made with chicken, pork, and beef with mashed potatoes and gravy. It says there's 25 grams of protein. It is a 15-ounce, 425-gram meal and is in the frozen section. We bought it at Kroger for $5.49. So, let's see. 660 calories if you eat the whole thing. There's your other info for it. It does have directions for oven and microwave. Of course, we don't do ovens on this channel, but you can if you want to. There's the directions. We're going to do the microwave. So we're going to slip the film to vent, cook on high for 4 minutes, stir potatoes and macaroni, recover, and then cook for an additional 3 to 3.5. I'll probably just do the 3 for the second time around. It does have a pull tab. Didn't work, but it does have one. kind of just pulled off, but that's okay. All right, there's the meal. I'm guessing I'm probably gonna I'll just take a fork and poke holes in both sides, and I'll get it in the microwave, and I'll be back when it comes out. Okay, so here it is out of the microwave, and it's very watery. It was watery when I started up at 3 minutes, and it's watery now. And I ended up doing it it was so watery at 3 minutes, I went ahead and did it for 3:15, and it's still kind of watery. I'm gonna cut this up just so you can see what it looks like. Kind of, I don't know. It's very, very soft and mushy feeling, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like. There's the gravy. The chicken looks really soggy. And it doesn't have you flip over the chicken, which I don't know if that would have, look at that. Yeah, it's very wet. So I'm going to cut some pieces, but I'm also going to let it set for a minute. Hopefully because I've already let it set for a minute once it got cooking. I think I'm gonna let it sit for a minute just to see if it thickens up a bit, but it also gives it some time to cool off, but you can kind of see what it looks like one way or the other. So I'll be right back. Once again, it cracks me up, the difference between the reality you just saw and the box picture. Look at that. Look at that chicken. Ooh, it looks nice and crunchy, and the macaroni and cheese looks really nice and creamy, and yeah. It looks nothing like that. I mean, like, nothing like that. Whatever, it is what it is, right? I gave it a minute to thicken up a little bit, but it really didn't change anything. If you do it in the oven, it might be a little bit crunchier, but I doubt it. Because you're still leaving the film on, so you're still not taking the thing off to make it crispy on top. So you're leaving the film on, you're venting it, and then you're baking it for 35 to 40 minutes. So it might crisp up a little bit, but I don't think it'll be like crispy, crunchy like a really nice piece of chicken would be. First thing I'm gonna try is the macaroni and cheese. I figure that's the safest thing to try first. Okay. I know what it reminds me of. It's a little hot. This is made by ConAgra Foods in Illinois. Way back when I was probably 18 or 19, I used to eat stewed tomatoes, like in macaroni and cheese. So not in macaroni and cheese, but in macaroni. So you buy a can of stewed tomatoes and you take a thing of macaroni, cook the macaroni, dump the can of stewed tomato, or what were they, crushed tomatoes? I think they were crushed tomatoes, and stir them up and cook them. This kind of reminds me of that same texture because the macaroni is just macaroni with some water, some of the liquid in the water. It doesn't, of course, taste like the tomato, but it has that watery kind of macaroni flavor. I don't taste any cheese whatsoever at all. There's no like texture of cheese. There's no, I mean, it's yellow, but that's about the extent of the cheese part. Yeah, the macaroni is kind of plain, like just pasta. Let's try some of the chicken. The chicken itself texture is not bad because it hasn't been, like it's not one of those processed pieces of chicken that's been ground up and formed into a patty. It actually is a piece of chicken. So it does have that going for it, but beyond that, it's okay. It's a little tough to cut with your fork, and the texture is the chicken texture is a little tough, like chewy almost, and the breading is just like mushy, floury breading, just whatever it is. The only redeeming part of that whole section is that the chicken is actual chicken. As far as flavor goes, it's very plain. I mean, I could take wet flour and rub on here and cook it, and it would be about the same flavor. It doesn't really have much flavor. And the pasta is very, very plain too. It's, like I said, it's more like just a plain pasta, so whatever. All right. Let's try the macaroni. I mean, the mashed potatoes. The mashed potatoes did thicken up a little bit after they set for a minute, so that's good. The mashed potatoes actually have gravy like mixed into it, because you can't not mix it into it. It really doesn't taste like much of anything gravy-wise. It doesn't taste like gravy. It doesn't have that nice, meaty, brown gravy flavor. It just tastes like plain potatoes to me. Tried a piece of the Salisbury steak with, make sure I got plenty of gravy on it. That's better. I think the gravy is a very strong, like cooked onion flavor. That's what I'm getting more than anything. Yeah, you can taste the onions in there. It's similar to taking onions and boiling them in water and cooking them. So you're not getting that really nice, rich, beefy flavor. You're just getting kind of a cooked onion kind of flavor. And that Salisbury steak is as mushy as can be. So if you've ever had meatballs where you stick too much breadcrumbs in it and it's really soft and squishy, that's the texture of that Salisbury steak. The potatoes aren't bad. They just kind of, you really don't taste the potatoes, you just get the taste of the gravy itself. And it's just potato. I wonder what the chicken tastes like in the gravy. Dip the chicken in gravy. That actually tastes better than the Salisbury steak. You know, this meal, if you want a big meal with a couple different things, that's great for you, whatever. It meets the bare minimum of being fun to eat. So it's just like, it's the lowest 3 you could be without being in the 2s. So I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5, but it is so many things about it that just aren't pleasurable to eat. The macaroni is not cheesy, it's just watery like pasta. The chicken, the breading on there is really mushy and wet, and it really doesn't have much flavor beyond chicken. Which I'm not surprised that the breading's wet and mushy. It doesn't even have any flavor to it, so it's very, very plain. The Salisbury steak, super, super mushy. The gravy is just a little bit of a cooked onion flavor, and the mashed potatoes aren't even taste like really mashed potatoes. They just taste like a little bit of potato with whatever gravy you mix into them. The Salisbury steak literally tastes like something you would get in a hospital cafeteria. That's what it tastes like. Not in a good one either, a kind of poor one. And the chicken macaroni, it's just a pass for me all over. So I would not get this one yet. If you want to get it, that's great. Maybe try it out in the oven and see if that makes it better. I don't know, but I can tell you in the microwave, it's just kind of a failure on all levels. So bare minimum 3 for me. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.